have several sketchbooks going on at the moment, kind of working at different things, different sizes, different shapes, different media, and kind of keeping them separate and in different categories. I want to show you this kind of big old sketchbook that I've been using to work in a very specific way. Zoom out of it here. So this is an old kind of scrapbook. I'm not really sure what it is exactly. It's not in terribly good condition, as you can see, but it's quite a nice size, and it's got very thick paper. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's got very thick, almost like real scrapbook paper, I guess. Whoops! It'd help if I turned it over. And I like to have a page like this at the beginning of a book where I just feel like I can try out, different kinds of pen types and different sorts of media just to see how it works on the paper, and not necessarily screw up the page that I'm working on. This particular book had a previous owner who did one or two small little things in it, including these very cool sort of hieroglyphics. And so here's what I've been doing in this book. I've been drawing with a dip pen with sumi ink and a brush, and I've just been doing landscapes. So for instance, this is a drawing of, as you can see, the Lyceum Theater on Broadway here in New York. Really cool building with all these columns here. And the next page is a drawing that I posted a long time ago of cement plant in Red Hook in Brooklyn. And again, same media with a little touch of watercolor here just to make it pop. You can see I made a horrendous error here. I accidentally smeared the ink. This is a drawing of some kind of set of pipes in the Chelsea Market, which is an indoor food market in New York. And this pipe was just very complicated and kind of cool to draw. And here you can see the view of the Empire State Building through some modern and also sort of 19th century brownstone and townhouse kinds of buildings. This is seen from a new park that we have here in New York called the High Line, which is a really fantastic converted railroad, elevated railroad, 3 stories in the air, and it cuts through this neighborhood, and it's a great place to sit and draw. You can see also that there are some pages that the previous owner had cut out. This is on Cooper Square, East Village. It's actually next door to my friend Tom Kane's former building, but again, a very ornate building, and I really like the look of this kind of style of drawing on this paper. It just has a kind of old, I don't know, classic sort of look to it. This used to be a restaurant called Florent in the meat packing district in New York, which I used to love to go to, and now it's in the process of being converted to something new. You can see again that this previous owner of this book had done some sort of calligraphy here at the top of the page, which I just kind of incorporated. This is a very ornate court building on 25th Street and Madison. And again, I just put a little hint of blue there just to show the one place where the sky was, because this black part was a big glass building. This is a drawing that I really don't like very much because I overworked it. I first drew it in pencil, which I very rarely do, and then I went back and I drew it in ink, and then I never got around to actually putting the Sumi ink wash on it. But it's a building that has some significance to it, this building, it's significance to me at least, because it's the building that Jean-Michel Basquiat died in. He died upstairs here. This building used to be owned by Andy Warhol, and now it's a Japanese butcher shop. But it's been various things, and I always like to think of the fact that an ambulance pulled up outside here and took Jean-Michel's body out back in the 90s, early 90s. This is a drawing that I did in Oregon. It's a round barn, which is a very unusual thing apparently, and made of wood obviously, and just a nice sort of landscape as well. Here's a drawing I did when I ran out of ink, or actually I gave my nib to my boy Jack, and I'd never finished this drawing, or I at least couldn't finish it in dip pen, so I had to draw it in a different kind of pen, which makes it very weedy and just not a very interesting drawing. And this is a drawing that I drew also in Oregon. It's drawn entirely with a brush, with no ink, pen lines, or pencil or anything like that. But it captures the sort of the way that landscape feels with this big sky. So that's enough of this book. I'm going to continue working in it. Sorry, here I am. And I'll share more pages from it as they develop.